All right, we have a great booty burner program for you today. We'll be doing some other stuff too, but you're definitely going to feel your booty after this one. So go ahead and join me. Grab your dumbbells, grab a band or two, and lift your band up high into this particular workout. All right, so we are going to actually start with some single-legged bridges, waking up those glutes. If you have a step, you can use a step to put your foot on. It does change how it feels in your body. You might feel your bum a little bit more than you might if you were just doing it on the floor. But if you don't have a step, no worries, still do this. So check in. You want to feel your butt working on this one. So I'm going to put the foot on the edge of the step if I have one. The other knee is going to be a little bent and right in line with my hip. And then I'm lifting up and down. Focusing on my rear end on the leg that is down, and that's down. If I'm not feeling this in my booty, I might decide I need to adjust how close or how far I am away from my step. If I'm on the floor, how far my foot is away. If it's too close, you're going to feel the front of the thigh. You're going to feel the back of your leg and your butt. Put the toes back inside your shoe, and that will also help. Let's switch sides, up and down, up and down. You could double pulse up the top for these, up, 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 up. Check in. I want to be feeling my booty, and so should you. And we have 5 more seconds. And rest. All right, so we are going to move on to our next exercise, which is going to be back there with that band, way back there at that high setting. All right, so we're going to move on to our next exercise. We're going to take this band from this higher setting. We're going to be doing a pullover type exercise, where it's the last of the chest, some triceps also. But since we're at a high level setting, so the band is hooked up high, you're going to be keeping the chest lifted as you pull down and past your legs. Oftentimes, we do a version where we actually stand from the hips. Today, we're going to stay upright. Do a little mini squat or even a big squat down past your legs. Chest is lifting, don't let their shoulders round. Join me for these. Knees bend, chest is lifted. I might alternate my arms, or I could double pulse. Now keep going with those. If I did not have, I wanted to do a similar exercise, I would take a dumbbell or two and do pullovers here. Also lift my hips to get a little bit more core and glute work involved. Rest. All right. Moving on to our next exercise. We're going to take the same band over the head, triceps. So you're going to turn your back to your anchor. Step one foot in front of the other. Elbows in tight. And press straight out. Make sure you don't get your hair caught or bang the back of your head. Elbows in tight. Working the triceps. I would alternate. If I need more, I would double pulse. Now you guys keep going. If you're using dumbbells, you would be doing, again, I like to lift my hips, but you do a slow pressure here. Those dumbbells on the floor is one other option. So basically, find an exercise that works those triceps. And on these, I can double pulse as well. Or alternate if I started to fatigue, rest. All right. So moving on, we have one more exercise with the band, or again, I'll show you what a dumbbell would look like. So if you're using the band, we're going to hang on to one, probably one. If you need more, you can hang on to two in one hand. We're going to be doing a deadlift with the band and potentially adding in a row. So holding the band in my right hand, it's my right leg is going to lift. In forward, and then pull back if I want to add in the row. If that's too much, then I might just push forward and not row. My standing leg is a little bit bent. And add in that row. Back in that standing leg is working. Yeah, see, even I fall over sometimes. Let's switch sides. Your eyes up, head up, chest lifting. Booty, booty, booty working. But feel it. Hamstring too. Right out in that row. Notice I am keeping my right knee soft. It is not locked out. Rest. All right. So we're moving on to an exercise called a windmill, or I actually think it looks more like a triangle personally. So when we're doing these, you have options. You can do them with a dumbbell in each hand, a dumbbell in one hand, or a dumbbell in the other hand, or no dumbbells for that matter. So we're going to come into something that kind of looks like what you would do in yoga, that looks like triangle or triangle. So my right toes are pointing to the right, and my left foot is kind of sideways. So left toes pointed straight out, and my right toes are pointed off to the side. So if I'm using two dumbbells, one will be pointed straight up towards the ceiling and stay pointed straight up towards the ceiling. The other one aims towards my inner right ankle. I do stick my butt out, pop the hip, we say, and then reach towards that inner ankle. And we go up and down. Now notice this arm isn't moving around. It's staying pretty much aiming towards the ceiling. Lots of things working here. Go ahead and join me. So some of you might not be able to keep this arm up there, maybe a shoulder issue. So maybe you don't do the top arm. You could also bring the weight to the shoulder instead. Or maybe you just don't have a weight in that hand at all. Maybe just do the bottom weight. Now you could also just do the top weight, and this actually is hard. Sometimes even harder than having one in both hands. So try one, maybe try another. Check it out, see how it feels. Inner hamstring, inner thigh working, hips working, core working, draw the belly in. Popping my hip back. Let's switch sides. So I'll start with one and then I'll add this time. So top arm reaches up. Little bend in that front leg. Pop my hip and I come in front of my left ankle or calf. Okay, working here. If your lower back doesn't like it, then you might want to go no weight or lighter weight. Or maybe this one's just not for you. Top arm, notice it's not moving around. It means straight up. I'm tipping and that arm still stays straight up. If I don't like that for my shoulder, maybe I put it on my shoulder or my hip, or maybe I set it down altogether. Remember, I can do this with just a weight in the bottom hand or just a weight in the top hand. I actually find this to be maybe a little bit harder. All right, rest. Good. Okay, next one. You're either doing a crossover step up if you have a step, or a curtsy lunge if you don't. Now this does work the booty, but it also can be a little tough on the knees. So I'm going to show you some options if you don't like it for the knees. So in a crossover step up, The outside leg crosses over. Step up and then down, right? Up and then down. You're doing a curtsy lunge. You're here. Okay, so now if that works for you guys, go ahead and just take a lateral lift. Working similar muscles, you might hold on to something. Straight out to the side, toes straight ahead. You can even weigh yourself down with a little bit of weight on that leg, or you could use a band. Let's go ahead and start this. Begin up. Right through that heel, so you're working that booty. Big-time booty exercises in this workout today. Keep going. Remember, you could do the curtsy lunge if you don't have a step. Notice my knees and my toes and my hips are all pointed forward. What I'm not doing is twisting. Okay, that's tough on the knee. Keep going. Now remember, if you're doing a lateral lift, go straight ahead. Switch sides. Right to side number 2. Up and down, up and down. Knees and toes point forward. If I'm doing the curtsy, I'm doing the same movement. Good. And rest. Remember, you can be doing those lateral leg lifts if your knees are not happy with the curtsy or the side step up. All right, so we are moving on. We are actually going to do another exercise with these dumbbells here. We're going to do some shoulder work. So alternating shoulder presses, a little bit in the knees, just alternating those arms. Now, there's different ways you can do this. Then, goes up, goes up, just keep going back and forth. Okay, the other option is, if that's too much, a little less, would be one actually rests while the other one goes. And then the hardest version is both arms start up, and then one is always up. If you haven't started yet, it's time for you to go and pick one of those. You might start with the hardest one, which is this one. One is pausing at the top. And then maybe that starts to be too much, so you go to alternating without the pause at the top. Maybe that starts to be too much, so you actually rest one back by the shoulders here. So that easiest version. With me, it's easy. And rest. All right, my friends, we are back to our first one. That is the single-legged bridge. Again, essentially with the foot on your step. You could add some weight to this if you wanted. Maybe 1 or 2 dumbbells, weighing you down. I'm going to set these guys kind of on my hips here. One leg is up. And I press through my heel, and I lift up and down. So double pulse, please. Focus on my booty. Focus on your butt. You might get some hamstring working also, but try to get a lot of it in that glute or that connection point between your hamstring and glute. Try to keep it out of the front of your thigh. Switch leg. Maybe a little awkward with weights on you, but try not to let them roll on your face. So hold on to them. Sometimes using a bag of sand or sandbag will be a little easier on the hips and easier to maintain. The double pulse speed. 5 seconds. And rest. All right. So before I get up and do the one on the band again, I'll show you. Again, if you do not have a band, you could do 1 or 2 dumbbells. For your pullovers here on the floor, and for me again, I just like to keep my hips lifted. So I'm always working my booty and my core. And if you're using the band, you'll come back here and remember you do that little bend as you pull through. Following your spine, we're not rounding. We're not even hinging forward like we often do on the small setting. The high setting, we're taking a little different variation where we keep the chest lifting. Eyes out, chest up. Last, you will alternate. If you need more, you will double pulse. Rest. Round, tricep. One foot from the other. Hinge a little forward. Press straight out. Remember, you can do the slow pressures with those dumbbells on the ground also, if you did not have a band. Start to fatigue, I could alternate my arms. Needed more, I could double pulse. On those triceps, hopefully you are too. Woo, burning, rest. All right, so remember that one-legged deadlift that we did with the band, rowing? I think I told you last time I'd show you how to do it with the dumbbell, but I forgot. You probably figured it out. It's a similar exercise. You're not going to be reaching that arm out. It's just too much on the arm. You might even do a row here. Using the band. Same thing. Example, yeah, lifting leg. Let's go and begin. Maybe you put the toe down to do the row. Just lifting. Getting leg a little bent. Now, if it's really crazy and you're just having terrible time balancing, just leave that to be toe on the ground. Still get some great glute and hamstring work. Even leaving your toe down. Tummy in, that's going to help you balance. Switch sides. Side number 2, sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. Reach out deep. Five more seconds. Rest. All right, you guys remember that triangle, or again, sometimes it's called the windmill. So going back to that one. So you take that stance almost like we do a triangle in yoga. Stick your butt out, hop your hip to the opposite side. Just my right foot forward, my butt sticks out, it pops to the left. Standing for this front knee a little bit soft. Up with one arm, down with the other. You could double pulse. Eyes working, inner thigh working, hips working. So many things working here. And remember, if that top arm up isn't working for your shoulder, just bring it down. Put it on top of your shoulder, that's another option. Have to double pulse, which you can. Hold a weight in just one hand, or one of the other hand, or maybe none. Let's switch sides. Top arm reaches up, little bend in that standing front leg, butt back, and hip pops, and we go. Into double pulse. Rest. Fantastic. All right, we have that crossover step up curtsy lunge or lateral leg lift. If you're using your step, outside leg crosses over. Begin. Booty working hard. Remember, do a curtsy lunge also if you don't have a step. Or you'll do that lateral raise if your knees don't like your curtsy. Double pulse these. The double pulse a lateral lift. Switch sides. Here we go. Up, up. If you're doing a double pulse on these, it would be at the bottom. So you know what you're doing here is a curtsy lunge on the step. Same thing. Okay, so again, no step. You could go here. Or here. Go straight ahead. Rest. Alternating shoulder presses. Remember your options. And also play with the positioning of the weight. Maybe forward, but the hands doesn't work. Maybe palms facing your head would be better. Bend those, bend those knees. And we go. Time out does not do what I say. Or what I want to do. So I'm letting one rest every time I come down. Maybe I do that, or maybe they actually pass each other a little harder. And remember, last option, press them both up. One is pausing at the top. That's the hardest version. Keep the core tight as you press those arms up. 5 seconds. Rest. Guys, we're going to go all through those one more time, but grab some water real quick before we do. All right, we are back to our single-legged bridges over here with our step if we have one. And then remember, if you don't, foot on the floor is great. I've got some weights again here. I increased the weight, so I'm just going to use a single one. It's a little easier to hold on to that on my hip. One leg is up, and we go up and down. Maybe double pulse. My toes are up, my heel is down. Switch sides. Single pulse or double pulse? Lift up and down, or maybe you want more, so you double pulse. And rest. All right, remember you have that option to do your pull over exercise on the floor. With me, you might want to lift your hips up in a bridge position. I like to press 2 dumbbells together so I have enough resistance. If that's too much, you just take one. Remember, you'll be doing this with the band as an option. Take one or the other, you choose. And we're going. Haven't started already. It's time to go. Up and down. Just maybe if you need a little less. If you need a little. We flip it around. Next exercise, triceps. Start here, and then I'll remind you what it looks like on the floor. Elbows in tight. Just keep a bridge on these. Right next to your temples. No pressures. And the triceps. Focus on the back of your arms. Double pulse if you need more. Alternate if you need less. 5 seconds. And press. All right. Back to that deadlift. One leg. Option to do with your dumbbell. And you could do the row at the bottom here if you want. You could do it as you come up. Or again, you can do it with your band, with or without the rope. You could double pulse any portion of this. Let's go. Maybe you double pulse the deadlift and the rope. Standing leg, a little soft. Keep your hip bones as square to the floor as you can. Having your stand up high block should help you a little bit. Keep that chest lifted. So let it help you. Keep your eyes on that anchor point. Switch sides. And now standing leg. 5 more seconds. Back to that windmill, triangle-shaped exercise. It's that nice full body exercise. Set your feet up, butt back, hip pops. It really does look a bit like our Trikonasana triangle pose in yoga. But in yoga, we don't usually go up and down. We just hold. Different. Usually I'm holding on the weights, unless you've taken one of my yoga classes where we do hold on to weights. Weight yoga. Warrior yoga, power yoga, you name it. This is different with weights in your hands, so be careful. Stay tight, pull the core in. It's absolutely a core exercise. Also, hips, inner thigh, glutes. Switch sides. Oh, and shoulder. You probably feel that if your arm is up. All right, here we go. Butt back, pop it. A little teeny bend in that front leg. Variations, bends in your weights on the shoulder or on the hip if it doesn't work for you. Because the shoulder doesn't like it, not just because you don't like it. Okay, rest. All right, work in the booty again. Crossover step back, lunge, or that lateral leg lift. Again, double pull. To that heel. Your options. Here's what it looks like not on that step. Do the lateral lift. Straight ahead. Switch sides. Right to side number 2. Option to double pulse on me. Going. lateral leg lift. Rest. Okay, last set, last one. Shoulder presses. Find the right position for your shoulders. If shoulder presses didn't work, you can try another shoulder exercise, maybe lateral raises or V raises. Find something that works for you. If you can alternate back. Here we go. Up. More tight. Make sure you don't start pumping the hips forward and start to fatigue. I'd rather you rest, back it off, then take it into the mat, okay? More tight. If I get tired, let one rest on the shoulder. If I need it more, I do the one more. One stays up. That up arm is always working. It's not resting up there, it's working up there. More tight, 5 seconds. Rest. All right, guys. Killed it. Good job. Hope you enjoyed your mostly booty workout. And let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, reach out. I will help you out. Don't forget to stretch. Bye, guys.